In Mexico, the personal relationship comes first, and then business will go smooth.
La Virgen que a mi frente tocada con sus labios dulcemente
Ya con esa experiencia que tienes
en el febril inso del amor. Buscaba yo la mujer guarida y
¡Hey, mi hermano! ¿Qué tal, hombre? ¿Cómo estás?
Mucho gusto. ¿Qué te trae por aquí?
Encantado de saludarte, señor. Es un placer. Cuánto gusto. ¿Y los niños cómo están?
Muy bien, gracias, en el colegio.
Buen provecho. Mr. Thompson. Sorry, I'm a little late.
Yeah, for a while I thought maybe I had the wrong cafe.
You haven't ordered anything yet.
No.
Oh, let me get you some beautiful brandy. Armando, por favor, 2 copas de brandy añejo Presidente.
Sí, señor.
Por favor, ¿ah? Gracias. Sit down, please. Is your family traveling with you?
No, not this time, I'm afraid.
That's too bad. Imagine traveling to a foreign country without loved ones can be a lonely experience. Don't you agree?
Well, I travel a lot. You know, I sometimes even forget what my wife looks like. I've been spending so much time promoting this new line of equipment that we've got, though. I'd like to talk to you about that new system.
Tell me, have you seen any of the local sites yet?
No?
Oh, the architecture here is so beautiful, magnificent. I like to think that it reflects our Spanish heritage, but also our Mexican identity, too.
Must be beautiful.
Oh, for instance, our national cathedral was built in the 16th century during the colonial time. I will love to take you there a little later this afternoon if you like.
Thanks, but I think I better pass. You see, this is really a business trip for me, and I wanted to talk to you about the advantages of that new system.
Mr. Thompson, we have a saying that is, uno trabaja para vivir. Uno no vive para trabajar. What it means is one works to live. One does not live to work. One could never let business interfere with your enjoyment. Ours is a truly magnificent city, rich with history, art.
It is a wonderful city.
Beautiful.
And I really look forward to doing business here. Now, this is our new catalog. I think you'll be impressed by our improved equipment. It is the most advanced in the world and at a very reasonable price.
Here we have the brandy I was talking to you about. See? This is the most beautiful brand in the world. Salud. A su salud. That means to your health, Mr. Thompson. Salud. Salud.
Now, let me show you something. This is our new Model 723. And I'd like to...
A ver si me devuelves tu cariño. Ya vengo de rezar otra oración.
Now we're trying to compare the kind of work you did last year with... I've got some figures for you.
No dejes que me muera en mi pobreza.
The American was getting a lot of signals from Mr. Herrera about Mr. Herrera's expectations. Mr. Herrera was pointing out that there was a wonderful cathedral that he wanted you to see. It was something he was proud of that was representative of his culture. And by paying attention to that and getting excited about it with him, chances are that great strides could be made toward the final negotiation much faster than pushing the contract at him.
This man, Thompson, he wasn't there talking to me. He was only talking to himself. He was talking to his catalog, the sales and catalogs. That's all. No, I will never think for a moment to sign that contract. No way, Mr. Thompson. That's not the way to do business in Mexico or in Latin America. Salud.
In India, for example, the role of the manager is to make decisions. He's paid to make decisions. He is respected because he has the ability to make decisions. The employee role is to carry out the decisions made by the manager, not to question them, not to come up with suggestions that might improve a managerial decision, because his role is to please his supervisor or his manager.
Hi. Hello, sir. I've just been looking around, and I've noticed that most of the key punches aren't too busy. So I'm hoping you might help me out. I sent up some orders for compilations, but really my department could use them tonight. So I was wondering, since things look kind of slow down here, if maybe you could reschedule my work. Maybe move it up a bit.
What a question. In his position, he should know tomorrow's payroll has priority. It would be insolent to even answer such a question.
I should involve him in this decision. Get him to accept some responsibility. Well, is there anything running right now that maybe you could shift to a lower priority? Or maybe you could have someone key punch my job during lunch?
Why is he insisting on asking me this? He's my superior. He's paid to make decisions, not me.
Whatever you say, sir.
He's refusing to accept responsibility. Well, it's your department. I'm sure you're the best judge of what could be done.
I'd better tell him what he wants to hear.
Very well, sir. I'll reschedule your work as priority.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Raj, what happened?
I beg your pardon, sir?
You promised you'd have my compilations by the end of the day. I had all my people in my department are expecting them, but they're still not in.
I'm very sorry, sir.
These Indians can't get anything done.
This American is too immature to be a manager. Why should I cooperate with him?
The key to motivating a person in another culture might not be money, it might not be a big raise or a big new position. It's more often that what motivates is the ability to be an effective member in a team. It's the interdependencies and the harmony that's required for efficient group work in Japan. Everybody is involved in the decision-making process, and surprises are avoided.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Before we break this up, I'd like to make an announcement. I hope you'll excuse me for speaking in English, but as most of you know, my Japanese isn't very good. You all know Tommy Wakayama. I'm sure you all like and respect him as much as I do. Well, since I arrived here a month and a half ago, I've been very aware of Tommy's fine performance in every aspect of his job. Tommy's the kind of worker we like to see back at headquarters. He's a real go-getter. But more than that, he has the ability to function creatively, to use his own intelligence and initiative. Therefore, it's with great pride that I'm announcing the creation of a brand new position, chief of our marketing group, and promoting to that position the man I feel is best qualified. Stand up, Tommy. Let me be the first to shake your hand. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, John-san.
Oh, hey, how about this place here?
This one and the kid stuff. You like that?
Well, you know, check it out.
Okay.
Anyway, I was looking over the figures for the marketing.
Yeah, but
group
there's
there,
like
what do you think?
Oh, I know the
Better place? Really? Yeah.
I was the sales report with only. そうだもうパーソナリティが。
ありがとうございます。
どうぞいたします。
ありがとうどうも。
はい。
Okay. 乾杯。
乾杯。 You know, Kobayashi-san, I don't understand it. Ever since I promoted Wakayama, the group's production has gone right through the floor. I mean, he seemed like the obvious choice, but did I choose the wrong guy? Or?
Well, John-san, it is difficult. I know you admire Wakayama-san very much. But here in this country, we have an old saying which goes, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. Wakayama-san is too young for this promotion. We believe in the spirit of cooperation and harmony, what we call wa in Japanese. And this promotion, it just disturbed the harmony. You could have talked with me. That's I'm here for, you know.
All right. I understand.
Mrs. Russell.
Hi, Doug. This is some weather you're having here.
Yes, it's ghastly, isn't it? Please. Would you like some tea?
Oh, yes, that would be terrific. Thanks.
As I recall, you take sugar but no milk. Is that correct?
That's right.
Well, this certainly is a pleasant surprise. What brings you here at this time of year?
Evidently, you didn't get my letter. I wrote it over a week ago. I just came to take a look at your books.
The books, why?
Because strategic planning is putting together its market projections for the USA and the rest of the world. But there seems to be a question with your profit picture. It's time for the planning team to make a hard analysis.
It seems to me that our performance has been quite respectable.
Look, Doug, I like you, so I'm going to be honest with you. If it turns out that your operation isn't meeting their projections, it looks like they're going to transfer control to Chicago. Do you think maybe we could take out the books and see what the situation is?
I'm afraid I have an appointment scheduled for this morning already.
Well, can't you postpone it? This is pretty urgent.
We could arrange another meeting. Monday, perhaps?
Doug?
It is true that Americans speak English, but Mrs. Russell and I were certainly not talking the same language this morning. She was rude and undiplomatic. Imagine arriving here without a previous appointment and then expecting me to rearrange my schedule at a moment's notice, and then going on about the USA and the rest of the world. The rest of the world, indeed. If she speaks to the rest of my staff in that manner, she'll get no special cooperation from this office, I can assure you.
In international business, a lot of very crucial information is embedded in foreign subsidiaries or joint ventures or other customer companies, client companies, where it's difficult to extract that information unless you know how people provide information in those countries. Just because you know what you want doesn't mean you can walk right in and ask direct questions and get the kind of information you need. You have to have a strategy of how to extricate, how to mine information, and that strategy has to work country by country.
Mrs. Russell.
In some places, building rapport, putting yourself somewhat at the mercy of other people, or being much less direct, is the way to find out what is really going on.
Well, this is a most pleasant surprise. What brings you here at this time of year?
I'm having difficulty understanding your financial reports. You know, your cost accounting is done so differently from ours. Would you help me out if someone could show me your system?
Of course. I'll speak to my secretary about it straight away.
Mr. Wilson? Yes. This way, please.
Welcome. Ahlan wa sahlan, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you. It's good to see you again, Khalid.
Please, please. Please.
You're looking well. How's Mrs. Selwyn?
شو يقول هذا؟ شو حكي هذا؟
Oh, no, thanks. Really, I'm trying to cut down.
جبنا أبو عيسى خليه تفضل.
لو واحد يعني اعتذر عندك من اعضاء الكوميشن.
السلام عليكم. اهلا وسهلا. تفضل تفضل. مرحبا. تفضل. كيف ان شاء الله.
Here's the problem. We've got this shipment of supplies that came in for the hospital. Now, if we can get them moved to the building site today, we should be able to stay on schedule. As you can see, though, it's getting pretty tight. I just found out today that these supplies have been sitting on the dock for a week. They're just sitting there. They say we don't have the necessary paperwork.
That's a problem.
Yes, well...
Come on. دقيقة. تفضل.
السلام عليكم.
الله معك. الله معك.
السلام عليكم.
مع السلامة. الله معك.
I'm sure it's just a simple misunderstanding that can be very easily cleared up.
Mr. Wilson, this is most unfortunate.
I'm in a bit of a crisis here. I mean, we've really got to act fast on this one. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow and Friday, nobody works here. And then you've got Ramadan coming up, and the way I hear it, things really slow down for a month.
Hello? أبو فيصل؟ دقيقة. أبو فيصل تلفون. قول له نكلمه حارق.
Basically, I was hoping you could rush a permit through today. I mean, after all, this is a project that's important to your people. It's your hospital.
Mr. Wilson, my people have been living for many years without a hospital. We can wait 2 more weeks. There's no problem.
The Saudi in this scene speaks English rather well and undoubtedly is used to foreigners. However, the real point here is that when you can do things the way that illustrates your appreciation and understanding of the way they think things should be done, you're gaining a great advantage.
For a friend, I might have been able to help. But the American's behavior was very insulting. He first inquires about my wife.
You're looking well. How's Mrs. Saud?
He then refuses the coffee that I give him in hospitality.
Well, I'm sure
He shows me the sole of his foot. And to add insult to injury, he hands me papers with his left hand.
As you can see, things are getting pretty tight.
The man was in a great rush. He had papers written all over. We have a saying that a man who wants to see into the future is either insane or irreligious. What good is a plan if God decrees otherwise?